Hi there, Brian Horvath here, and I have a special presentation today, just sharing about, you know, seriously, people, it's time to solve your money problems. It's time to eliminate in your life stress that is tied into money. And today I'm going to share with you and ask a few questions. I want to share with you exactly how to do that, how to eradicate, eliminate, destroy, get rid of, throw in the trash, whatever you want to call it, your money stress and your money problems. Stress is linked to a problem, right? Stress is a result of a problem. And I want to ask you a question. How did you become so stressed about money? And we know for a fact that there's a lot of people out there stressed with money. I don't need to bring up all the stats, but one of them that stands out in particular is 70% of people live paycheck to paycheck. We know that causes stress. If you've ever been there, if you're maybe there right now, maybe you're there for the first time in your life as a result of all the COVID things going on. Maybe you're there again, or maybe you've been there pretty much it seems like your whole adult life. No matter what, there are some things I'll talk about in the next couple minutes that will help you finally get rid of the stress in your life when it's tied to money. So how did you become so stressed about money? Let's take a look at that. Well, first of all, let me tell you about who I am. If you don't know me, my name is Brian, and I'm the president and CEO of the Horvath Training Institute. My company helps people to know, live, and love the purpose for their career in finances. Did you catch that? Know the purpose for their career in finances, one thing. Actually, take that purpose and live it out. So, and then I believe that when you know your purpose for your career in finances, when you live out that purpose for your career in finances, you're going to love it because that's how you were created. You were created with a purpose. And your career in finances are simply tools to accomplish your overall life purpose. So, digging down deep today, saying, how can you know, live, and love the purpose for your career in finances? Well, a lot of that, what's holding you back is what we just talked about. It's money stress. It's money stress. So, what are some symptoms that come out of money stress? And what you see here is a weed, right? A weed that so many of us, it's summertime at the time of this recording, and it seems like every single moment weeds are popping up, especially if you live where I live. I live in Florida, and every single day there's new weeds popping up. And I feel like I just pulled this sucker, and yet here he is again. But if I don't pull him up by the root and I just cut off the top, that thing is primed to grow in a matter of almost minutes. What do weeds need, right? I tell my kids weeds need sun, they need rain, sometimes shade, and of course, they need rain. And so that's what we get here in Florida on a daily basis. And it seems to rotate through and through. Anyhow, the money stress symptoms you see are right in front of you. Drug and alcohol abuse as a result of money and stress, poor performance at work. 45 minutes a day on average is spent by the American worker focused on their own personal financial problems at work. 45 minutes a day. 45 minutes a day. No savings. Those are symptoms of money stress. You can't make paycheck, can't make your what's the old saying? There's too much month at the end of the money. So no savings. There's debt challenges. Maybe we borrowed too much, or maybe we borrowed money and then fell upon hard times. And now there's stress that's associated with that debt that's still owed. Family strife. Oh, yeah. Marital fights. Of course. Anxiety. Worry about where it's going to become enough. And then there's things like pornography, outlets for men and women to hide from their money stress. And pornography is a billion, multiple billions, if not just crazy amount of money is spent by Americans or by the world, people in the world on pornography. And a lot of times it's to hide from stress, it's to get relief from stress. Physical pain. Yeah, there's mental anguish, headaches. There's just, you're not walking with a pep in your step, you're slumping, you got back pain. I mean, you name it. There's so many things that go along with money stress, physical pain. How about missed opportunities? Missed opportunities because you can't see them because you're so tied in and blinded or focused on stress. Or maybe kids' behavior. They're watching how the parents react. They're watching the stress that comes out of the household, the tension that builds. And kids respond to that and not in a positive way. And many folks fall into depression. They're not good enough. They're not smart enough. There's not enough opportunity. They fall into blame game and they fall into a dark world of depression where they seem they can't escape. These are symptoms of deeper money stress problems. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that money stress causes all of these things, or all these things are not solely caused by money stress, but money stress causes these things to appear in our lives, and they're like roots or they're like weeds in our lives. But what do we do about these things? Remember, there is a root issue. The money problems we have, the money stress we have, is not just symptoms. There's a root issue. There's an underlying issue that's pushing these weeds, that's pushing this stress, that's pushing these symptoms above surface level. And what do we do about it? Well, we need to understand the root issue. And what I found of over 13 years of being an expert in career and finance, speaking, consulting, and coaching, that these things continually pop up as the root issue. First of all, there's a lack of understanding. People don't understand how money works, how money relationships work, how success principles of money work. Okay? And I still have a lot to learn. We always will and always do. And that's actually kind of fun. I'm a learner, so I enjoy that. Not everyone does. Fear. How about fear of not having enough? Maybe fear of having too much. We're not sure what having too much would do to us. We don't know what if we made the money we want to make, would we be the person we want to be? There's a bunch of fear. Sometimes there's healthy fear, and there's obviously unhealthy fear. There's uh, a mindset that includes lack or fear of not having enough, but then there can also be a mindset of trying to have it all, which is chasing our tail. So there's all kinds of different ways to look at that. You can have a poverty mindset or a prosperity mindset, and I mean those both in reality of poverty is, hey, I'll never have enough. This is all life's going to ever be. That I guess this is what it is, and I just have to settle. Or prosperity is, no, man. There's opportunity. It's ripe. It's a new. It's fresh every day. I can get after it. But if you fall too far into that trap, then all of a sudden you become maybe expectant of things in a negative way, meaning you just deserve it or you're entitled to it, and just give me, give me, give me, and that of course can go sideways. How about a lack of purpose? How about a lack of purpose? A root issue is not understanding. Yes, fear, yes, but a lack of purpose. Going, well, money's just money, right? I have no respect for it. I have no reverence for it. I don't understand its purpose. Why do we have to have it? Well, the fact is we do have it, and the fact is we do have to use it, and the fact is we get to use it, and the fact is it has a purpose. Like I said to you earlier, money is a tool to help us accomplish our purpose. It's not the purpose for life, but money does have a purpose. How about our upbringing? Maybe the root issues are upbringing. We didn't see how to manage money well. Or maybe we saw someone with the wrong mentality about money, or someone that was chasing money their whole life and didn't have a kind of had a love hate relationship with it, maybe even. I once had someone tell me they don't even respect money. Well, where did they learn that from? Potentially their upbringing. Here's one that was for me poor choices. The root issue is poor choices. We make certain money choices and then they catch up with us. If you get in a bunch of debt, eventually that will catch up with you. If you don't save money, eventually that will catch up with you. If you're not investing um, in your method of choice, eventually not investing catches up with you. Or how about money as trauma, where people were abused with money, or it was held as a carrot? Like if you do this, then you get money. And that didn't help them have a proper understanding or respect of money. It actually can bring up a lot of other issues that are negative. And there's just trauma there. Or maybe you had everything and then it all came crashing down. You don't even want to mess with money ever again. It brings you stress. It's like easy in, easy out. Or, oh my gosh, money just brought about so many poor relationships in my life and I'm traumatized by it. Well, don't let that be you any longer. We got to do some things with these root issues. These are the things that are keeping that weed growing and growing and growing. Even if you cut the head off, it will grow back and sometimes grow stronger. We have to attack the root issue. So, what's the solution? What's the solution? The solution is we need to dig out the root, get rid of that lack of understanding, get rid of the fear, the lack of purpose, forget the upbringing we had and start anew. Don't be buried under the poor choices, but build on top of the mountain of poor choices. Don't be traumatized any longer by the things that you've experienced, but choose to move forward. How do we do that? How do we dig out this root? Well, it's by choice. By choosing to sow or to plant or to develop or to invest in or to dedicate ourselves to a stress-free life, a stress-free life. So it's taking the seeds, good seeds, planting in good soil, getting rid of our limiting beliefs, taking action on what we know is true and leaving behind what are lies about all those things I just showed you, right? Getting rid of the root, leaving the hole there. That's fine by digging out the root, but putting in good seeds, putting in good seeds. And how do you do that? You commit to knowing the purpose for your finances. And I believe when you do that, as you can see in this picture, the good root system starts to develop, one that's wide, one that's deep, one that provides great soil and a great life for this plant, which you're planting anew. You're planting fresh, a new understanding, a new purpose for your finances. Commit to knowing that purpose and understanding it, and commit to get the right tools. Commit to get the right tools. Develop yourself, pour into yourself, take classes, go to events, read books, those kinds of things that will help take care and fertilize and give the proper irrigation, give the proper protection, give the proper light, all the things that go into helping a plant grow and flourish. Commit to those kinds of tools. Leave the old relationships behind. Leave the broke as a joke mentality behind. Leave the lack mindset behind, the poverty mindset, leave it behind. Get rid of all that. Dump it. Put it in the trash. Don't even take it out to the trash, out to your curb. You may pull it back out again, but burn it. Take it to uh, the what do you want to call it? The incinerator. Just incinerate those suckers. Get rid of that and commit to the right tools. And also find others to help you. People that will come alongside you that have expertise in areas that maybe you don't. Like, for example, you may make a lot of money, you know how to do that, but you're not great at managing it. Well, get others to help you, to come alongside of you that are like minded, like valued, believe in a purpose, believe in adding value to the world, believe in, it's like folks that talk about if you're ever going to take a tree out, plant two. It makes sense, right? Just to have to not just take, but to invest, to give back, to make a difference. Not just take, but plant too. Or when you learn for two, not just for yourself. There's others out there that will help you grow, water, take care of the plant while you're on vacation, whatever the case may be, they'll come alongside you. Find those people to serve you and help you. And I know when you do, when you commit to the right tools, when you take out that root, when you commit to the right tools, when you plant the good seed, when you find others to help you, when you commit to gaining the tools, you will experience a life and money that is stress free because you'll know, live, and love the purpose for your finances and your career. You'll understand that these are not the meaning or reason for life, but these are tools to help you accomplish your life purpose. You'll experience life, you'll experience joy, and your money won't be negative, it will be positive. It will produce good fruit like you see in front of you, and you'll experience a stress free lifestyle. Doesn't mean stressors won't come. And by the way, stress is not always bad, but in this case, I'm talking about the negative stress, the life limiting stress, or the stress that causes pain and all those things. We talked about those negative symptoms earlier. Imagine yourself getting rid of your relational issues when it comes to money. Imagine yourself living debt free. Imagine yourself having money in the savings. Imagine yourselves having a plan for your future. And it doesn't mean retirement in the sense of you sit on your keister, but knowing that you can add value to people's lives because you're not stressing and straining about money. So once you experience a life, experience your money stress free. Okay. Now, when you do that, not only will you flourish and grow, but you'll help others to know, live, and love the purpose for their finances. And you can see here, you go from just one tree to being a tree, an orchard, a nursery, a forest, and you can help others to know, live, and love the purpose for their finances. Becomes very exciting. And that was kind of my story. Here I was, broke as a joke, broke, busted, and disgusted, I'd like to say. And then it became healed, whole, and helping others because I finally gained understanding about how money can be used as a tool instead of me chasing it. So I now help others to know, live, and love the purpose for their finances. And others that come around me and been able to learn from me and actually me from them. And we begin to help each other, just like you see here on this image. So really cool that that's out there for you. If God willing, that's what's next for you after you get a hold on your own finances. So again, I'm Brian Horvath. It's my purpose to help people like you and like me to know, live, and love the purpose for our career and finances. And I'm excited to help you eliminate the money stress that's been plaguing you for too long. Seriously, people, it's time to get rid of the money stress. So I have a course that can help you. And right now we're in the middle of a webinar series called 7 Ways in 7 Days to Change Your Financial Future Forever. And we've been doing webinars weekly. And tonight or tomorrow night's webinar is called It's Better to Give, and to help people discover a way to give and live, or live to give, as opposed to living to get. And so 7ways-7days.com, you can sign up for that free 60-minute webinar. And I look forward to helping you change your financial future forever.